street's coldest. Nothing but the coldest.
Yeah. So before we even get started, yo, Z, basically, man like Daps, the man of ideas himself over there, look at him smiling and that. This guy is full of mad ideas, man. Mr. Producer. So we were here chilling, vibing and that. And then Z, you know, having the Fanta. Wait, not yet, but we got to tease them a little.
Yo, introduce him.
But wait, I need to tell the story first.
The story's
You will see the special character over here. He's unlocked for now. Wait there, right? So we were there chilling and he brought over some Fanta, right? And he was pouring it in. And I tell you, the sound that came out of this Fanta into the glass was eloquent.
Crispy. It was crispy.
Immaculate.
It was immaculate. And then Daps had the amazing idea to say, why don't you guys make that your intro? Why don't you pour it in and then someone goes, So, see? Come on. As your first act on the podcast. Okay. Let's hear it.
Street's coldest.
Hey, we got it.
Did you hear the fizzle?
Yo.
What? Wow.
Now you have to have a sip, though. Have a sip.
I know there's a couple of guys out there that's moving a bit mad.
Hey, watch out.
Yo, guys, welcome. Okay, now I can introduce. welcome to the chat. Oh, you forgot the name.
The Chatting Was podcast.
Welcome.
By the Street's coldest.
Yes, by the Street's coldest. We're live. It's your boy Panther.
KC.
Coda. Zantana. Z. I'm here.
Daps.
Man like Z. Zantana. So, for the people that don't know you, I feel like, you know, they've kind of got acquainted to us, you know? Yeah. I feel like, you know, you've joined us in this crazy house, in this crazy place that we call the Chattin West podcast. Why don't you just tell the people who you are, what you do, whatever you want to tell them, just something short synopsis about you?
Okay. My name is Zantana. They call me Z. I go to Newcastle Sixth Form. I study psychology, philosophy. You know, I like to think deep, so yeah. And sociology. And I'm the drippiest guy in Newcastle. That's all you need to know.
Wow.
He claimed
it.
Bro, I'm coming for all of y'all women, though. I'm just saying.
Oh, shit.
Listen, he said he's the drippiest, but I feel like a man's contending today because man came out with the red Lacoste, alright? The turtleneck, it was something light for the work thing, you know?
Okay.
I don't want to gas all the, you know, the middle-aged women and that, man and that, yeah? Okay, then I came up with the moon boots.
Yeah, damn.
You see, this
Nigga got damn.
on someone with this.
You're something different.
That's the moonwalk at 2.5.
Facts.
Ooh.
And then people ain't rocking it like that. You know what I mean?
It's not out yet.
It's not. Welcome back. Obviously, guys, we spoke in the last episode about our trip to Barcelona, and then obviously a catch up on just the madness that we've also just been doing as well. A brief update on our lives. Z, each one of us has been active on our work. The first episode, right? YouTube is taking a piss, right? First of all, I actually want to bring this up. I was trying to post the first episode of the podcast for so long, but it wouldn't let me upload a whole hour video. But you know what? The headache's gone. The stress is gone. I finally was able to get it and they let me upload it, so that it's scheduled to be uploaded whenever that even uploads for whenever this video even comes out. So if you see it, go watch it. Link in the description. Okay, Mandem. So for today, I wanted us to play a little bit of trivia. How good's your trivia? How good are you lot? How good's your
general knowledge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty good on that.
Yeah?
I just know loads of random facts.
We about to find out, innit?
So you good?
No.
Okay.
Ayo, honesty, innit?
We're about to find out.
Yeah, but we about to find out.
And
Ahmed,
for
how are
this
you?
game,
How are you at trivia?
Nah, Ahmed, nah. Why you capping, brother?
You wanna know something funny, guys? I don't even know what trivia is. But
I told you.
what?
I told you.
Basically just a bunch
Trivia
of...
is a sweet. It's like it's a candy.
Yeah, we're gonna get you to try it.
hey, don't
you
don't
might
trust
not.
strangers still.
Can someone play
that's
that sound
Wait.
effect? When a dick joke things. What kind of dick joke is
Oh yeah,
that?
do you have a sound for a dead joke? Try and put one. So let's...
Yeah.
Put it on this guy, fam.
Damn. Stop
He
crying.
violated this.
That's your boy.
Guys, I need to now tell you about That's Your Boy. It's the moment.
Ooh, it has to be sensible.
They don't know?
Listen, I know we've been keeping this from you, and we've, as the people who watch us, we don't want to keep any secrets from you, but I feel like it's finally time we introduced you.
I feel like as you're now a part of the family,
Yeah.
the streets call us family.
Mm-hmm.
That is your boy.
Damn.
And do you know what that's your boy means? It's a simple game. When someone in the group or when someone you're with,
Which is Ahmed.
it always has to be
Yeah.
a group, and it's always Koda.
It's always Ahmed.
It's always Ahmed.
Nowadays,
Nowadays, there's a mixture
it's
of people,
spreading a little bit.
but it
infecting
started.
everyone.
It started with Koda. So when someone's lacking or someone's playing up or they do some stupid stuff, you just say that's your boy to the nearest friend. So you have to do in a group. You have to be in like a group at least of 3.
Yeah,
So because then if Koda does something and then I'm with Casey, I'd be like, yo, Casey, that's your boy.
Like patting your boy.
So
kinda.
you've seen the first That's Your Boy, and it was Koda as well.
Wait.
It
was
Casey
towards
just,
you.
That's your boy, the audience.
Huh?
Did he just? That's your boy, the
Yeah.
audience.
True.
Oh, that's the second one.
Because you went, that's your boy. Guys, you've been That's Your Boy. Watching this
Yeah,
at home,
rough
you've been
still.
That's Your Boy.
That's at least.
Alright, okay, so moving to the general knowledge questions, right? This episode is sponsored by ChatGPT. There's actually
One day
Guys,
it will be,
one
guys.
day you lot need to pay me because I'm shouting about you lot too much, okay? So we're gonna do general knowledge with ChatGPT,
and
okay?
it's gonna be mad.
Okay, guys. So, like I said, this episode is sponsored by ChatGPT, but not really.
Also
using
sponsored by Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Da-da,
For
da-da,
those
da-da.
people with the crusty
Oh yeah,
lips.
Fanta as well, guys. If you
Oh, for that
So
lovely
early.
sound for the intro.
Oh yeah.
I'm 100%. Okay, so in ChatGPT, for all of those wondering if you want to play this at home with some of your friends, I put, give me a game of general knowledge and with every question, provide the answer. After I tell you who got the answer right first in the round, you will add points to the player's points and give me the next question. The players are Koda, Casey, Zantana, and Daps. The winner is whoever gets to 10 points first. My name is Panther, and I am the moderator.
Nice.
So it goes absolutely Panther. Here's how it will work. I'll ask a general knowledge question. You'll tell me which player got it right first. I'll add the points to the player's score, and then we will move on to the next question. Remember, the first player to reach 10 points wins. Okay,
Let's
guys?
go.
I want some power. And it's first person say. I don't care if you said it second. Okay. So, question 1: which planet is known as the red planet?
Mars.
You didn't finish it. He said it first.
What did he say?
He said and then he said Mars.
Oh.
Big wig man nigga.
Oh, so it's just
Zantana got it right. Well done, Zantana. The current scores are Zantana 1, Casey 0.
I think we know
Ahmed
that.
0.
I think we know
Daps
that.
0. What is the capital city of Australia?
Sydney.
No. Really?
Melbourne.
No.
Perth.
No.
Damn, I don't know, brother.
Yo.
Cape, that's South Africa.
Yo, this guy.
Man's in Cape Town.
Guys, but I caught myself, guys.
Did you say
Remember.
Cape Town?
Yeah, he's a disappointment. bro.
Melbourne.
No.
I said that.
It
Is
starts
it?
with C.
Sydney, innit?
No.
I say.
Ah,
The
yo,
Manda.
Manda?
Cut this shit out.
Nah,
Cut this shit
we're
out.
not cutting that out.
Take
We're
that
not.
out.
This shit out.
Starts with a C.
Damn.
I've got no idea to be
No one
honest.
got it right. It's Canberra.
I would never guess that.
No, I've
Nah,
never
I
guessed
would
it.
Wait,
never-
You know what? I almost said Cape
What
Town.
Australia are we talking about? I don't know. You know.
So, question 2. What question? Question 3.
Yo, man.
Question.
Moderator is lacking.
Moderator is not moderating.
Guys,
You man, your boy.
He got all of us. He got all
I
of
know,
us.
he said you man.
He said
said
He
you
got me
man.
looking at him as well. I was like, yo.
My attention was focused.
I wasn't looking. You know why? Because I was about to do the same thing, but not all of us. I was just going to answer boy him.
Nah. Okay, question 3. What is the largest ocean in the world?
Pacific.
Who said
I said
Pacific?
it. I
Yeah.
said it.
No,
I said
no,
it.
no.
No, I
I
said
said Pacific.
on God. I said
You said-
No. He
you-
did say
you
it
said
first.
Pacific.
I'm gonna keep
Mr.
I'm gonna keep the headphones out because I think I just hear you first. You lot are trash at this game, right? You know that, right? Man,
Do you remember when Koda was like, yeah, I'm confident, I got this?
I got this. I'm like the most random guy. You know what I mean?
What goddamn?
Just wait.
Where you at, brother?
Ooh, great job, Santana. You're now at 2 points.
What can I
Right.
say?
Next question. Who is credited with the invention of the telephone? Henry Ford. No.
No.
Yes,
I'm not
I
having
know
that.
he made
I'm not-
That's
Ford
your boy.
Motors, but
Man
I'm pretty
said-
sure he had something to
Is
do
it
with
Tesla?
the telephone.
Tesla's
Tesla?
mad. Tesla's electricity, bro.
What?
Child, calm down. No, that's not
Give
Tesla.
us a hint.
His very last name is Bell.
Alexander
Thomas
Bell.
Bell. Oh, Is it Thomas?
Yes.
Oh.
Alexander Graham. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't lie. I was okay. I'm not gonna say shit.
Nah, you didn't know. Don't
Yeah,
even lie.
Kodak's coming up still.
I'm just saying, Nikola Tesla was a great scientist, though.
Yeah.
Great.
He had a great
scientist.
mustache.
Good job, Koda. You now have 1 point.
Say, let's get ready though.
Casey, let's get one, man.
What
Yeah,
is the
trust me.
smallest country in the world?
Vatican City.
Nice. Oh.
Vatican
I was cold at geography.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
good, very good. That was.
I didn't pass geography, but I was cold. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't pass geography either.
Yeah, it's just-
I left history first. 'cause
Wait, how did I
halfway
pass
through-
geography?
I don't know.
And you
I
man did it.
Well, I was only in it for like 3 months.
My geography was
I
terrible.
moved from history.
And I still got a passing grade somehow.
Bits. Casey, you now
Oh,
have 1
1
point.
point. Yes,
nice.
yes.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
Nice.
That's not the full name though.
Leonardo da Vinci.
You should say
Fuck that.
You're
Fuck
out
that.
here
then.
complaining and not
Fuck that.
correcting. my
Say.
guy.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
you're out here.
Oh,
I
giving
my
told
shit,
you
say
guys,
that.
come back.
Yeah, say. Okay, cool.
Comeback's coming up,
Alright,
guys.
cool.
Well done, Koda. You're now at 2 points.
I'm on my way.
Next question. In what year did World War II end?
1945.
Oh, shit.
You both said it at the same time, so I'll give it to both of you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
3-3-1-0 to Dabs.
Yeah.
How am I missing this?
No,
I did alright in
I got-
history still.
I got one.
Koda, you're now at 3 points. Daps, you're on the scoreboard with 1 point.
Let's
Doing
go,
bits,
fam.
you know.
Proud, man. I'm doing
What
this
is
for
the
community.
chemical symbol for gold?
AU.
Both of you, Casey and Daps.
Bro, how do I remember that shit?
I was thinking of AU vodka, innit?
Fuck.
No, I'm not an alcoholic, though.
I'm
so-
lacking, bro. I'm
How
lacking.
do I
I'm lacking.
fucking
I'm
remember
lacking.
that?
lacking.
AU.
Casey, you're now
Fanta.
at 2 points. Yeah, you saw that dribble.
Oh wait, we have the same
The
points.
camera
now?
saw
Alright,
it.
2-2.
We're going to zoom in on that, editor.
Alright, so-
Don't zoom on that.
okay.
Just so the camera knows, innit?
Yeah.
Who's leading the score currently?
You're
Yeah,
leading.
sorry, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
sorry.
wanted to
Sorry,
make sure.
innit? Sorry. We been there.
Which famous... Are you ready? Which famous scientist developed the theory of general
Daps.
relativity?
Daps.
Einstein.
General
Nice,
Einstein.
Daps.
Oh, bro.
Was it Einstein?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
now
okay.
clocked in there.
Hey, did you say Einstein?
What?
You said Einstein.
You said it.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah.
Wait, it was you that
Wait,
answered?
so what's the
Yeah,
question?
I knew
Oh,
that.
Like,
Straight away.
shoot, man said, what's the question?
Wow.
You're out here doing random things on the side. Like, ready?
Let's go a bit quicker.
Alright, let's go.
Nice job, Daps. You've
Let's
moved
go.
up to 3 points.
Thank you
Here's
very
the
much.
current scoreboard. Zantana 2 points, Koda 3 points, Casey 2 points, and Daps 3 points. Wow. He's caught up with you. So you were out here gassing it, and now look at you.
Okay.
What is the capital of Spain?
Madrid.
Madrid, yeah.
Daps
We
said
said
it first.
E.
I don't know.
Daps, no, Daps said it first. I could hear it.
Nah.
Madrid.
Next question. What is the largest land animal?
Wait,
Elephant.
wait.
Giraffe.
Elephant. African elephant. African
Nice,
elephant.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
African elephant.
Zantana got it right. Next question. Which city is famously associated with the birth of the Renaissance?
Paris.
Renaissance.
Italy.
No,
Rome.
Paris.
no,
Greece.
no.
Renaissance.
Man says city, bro.
Which city?
Venice.
No,
Oh, that's
Rome.
actually
No.
pretty close.
Marseille.
no.
Can you give
It's
us-
in France,
Starts with
right?
an F.
F. Florence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Current scoreboard is Zantana 3
just-
points, Koda 4 points, Casey 2 points, Daps 4 points. Koda, you're back. You're coming back for you, Daps. Come on. Moving on to the next question. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize?
Malala.
Nope.
Oh, Mary Curie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, gee, nice
What?
one, man.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I,
still.
that was. I didn't think you were gonna get that.
Wow.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
bow,
would've
bow.
been there.
What
Yo,
now? What
I
now?
can tell that you're good with your chemistry because you
Yeah.
got gold as well.
Yeah, I'm good with science.
Cold,
and
you're cold, you're
Yeah,
cold, you're
that's
cold.
what-
In what year was the first iPhone released?
2003.
Nice, Daps.
Is it
Wow,
2007?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Nice.
The year of
Sorry.
innovation.
Which famous scientist was known for his laws of motion?
Oh,
Newton.
Einstein.
Gali-
Nice.
oh.
Nice.
I was about
And
to
if
say
you want the
Galileo
full
Galilei.
name, Isaac Newton. innit?
Yeah, you remembered.
All right, just settle down, man.
You know the,
Innit? You doing too much
Nah,
now.
I did that for
tell
Z
you.
in it because he was gonna be like, he didn't
You
say the
gonna
full
say
name.
All right, the current scoreboard is Zantana 3 points, Koda 5 points, Casey 3 points, Daps 5 points. Yo, Casey, what's going on, bro? You
bro,
was
every
leading this at
time
the start,
they
you know?
say an answer, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I get confused in my head and then I end up saying something that I don't want to say.
Damn.
Like I said, what did I say? I said Einstein, bro. For that, I was gonna say Newton.
It's okay, bro. What is the hottest planet in our solar system?
Jupiter.
Venus.
Huh?
Venus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I said the sun, fam.
Ah, no.
It is in the solar
How you
system,
gonna dance
though,
your
but
boy
is
the
it classed as a
moderator?
planet?
It's all right.
It's classed as a star, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
What is the world's most spoken language by number? of
Mandarin.
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 Wow.
I say
you
it
got
first.
it first. Yeah, you did. You did. Damn. How do you know that? Like, what's
It was,
the
man.
background?
Because Chinese population is the
Yeah.
largest.
Shit,
Yeah.
It's actually the business language of the world. After that, it's English.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. For
Really?
the business language, yeah.
Yeah, China
Because
is
it's USA.
China is the center of commerce.
Yeah.
Actually, like if you want to do commerce, it's never you. No one is touching it.
Yeah.
Go,
China.
yeah,
China
like
doing
they
bits.
do a nice business degree as well. So some people actually go there to study business.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy. Which musical instrument is known as the king of instruments?
Piano.
Nope.
Is it
Guitar.
drum?
Nope.
Guitar?
Nope.
It has the
Music
banjo.
rock.
It has a
Saxophone.
Nah, I don't know if you man are gonna get
What is
this
it?
one.
You
What's
could
The
the
lay
first
king of
letter?
what?
Which musical instrument is known as the king of instruments?
accordion,
What's the first letter?
Yeah, what's the first letter? Yeah.
xylophone.
It's 3 words, and the first one is the.
Huh?
Second word is starts with P. Last word is O. The P-O.
The piano.
Percussion drums.
Wait, what?
It's 3 words. The is the first
Is it
one.
piccolo?
Second word's P, and then the third word is O. How can it be piccolo if the third word is O, bro?
What idiots were thinking the same way? I mean, the piano as well. No.
He
Bro,
said piano.
The piano.
can we all allow this one?
No, it's the pipe organ.
How are we
Oh,
gonna guess
wow.
the pipe organ? We
How
could have
is-
said organ or a pipe, but not the pipe organ.
Well, you should
What's
just
that-
know
what-
your
is the
musical
pipe organ like the-
instrument.
Man said,
Yeah,
what's...
brother.
Oh,
What's the pipe organ like?
The pipe organ is so the pipe organ is essentially a piano, right? But it's just an organ that has like decks of boards on top of it. So you got like the one board, second board, and maybe like a third one sometimes. And that's what they have in them like cathedrals.
Yeah.
When you hear like
Them
them
church.
church
did
ones,
that
like,
so good.
big, yeah.
He did. Better than my sound effects. Anyways.
Pirates of the Caribbean still.
Okay, next question. What element has the chemical symbol Na?
Not applicable.
What did he say, Nick?
Nitrogen.
Not applicable. Have you
Nitrogen.
ever put Na on any of the
Nitrogen.
things? I got it.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen is just N.
No.
Nitrogen is just N.
What does it start with?
Na. It starts with S.
Sodium.
Nice. I thought you were gonna be the science brother and like return, but
Yo, bro, for some reason I was thinking iron in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
great job, Koda. You're now leading with 6 points. Here's the current scoreboards. Zantana 5
That's
points,
irons.
Koda 6 points, KC 3 points, Daps 5 points. KC, you're kind of trailing behind a little bit. Come on, let's pick it up. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Ooh, you got that
He's
one.
back.
Yeah,
He's back, baby.
Anyone who writes
Such an
plays.
easy one.
yeah.
Imagine one of Williams.
Sorry, Shakespeare.
William. I know him.
Will.
Man like Will.
Man, that was
Man,
mad.
to be or not to be? That is the question.
Which planet in our solar system has the most moons?
Jupiter.
Is it- Yeah.
Nice. Zantana.
Planet
Planeting,
does it have? 3
planeting, I'm
doesn't.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
Planeting, I'm
Doesn't
here.
it have 3?
I don't know. It doesn't say how many it is. I'm
En
just a
français,
moderator.
They have 21. 21, I think 21. 21.
3 to
moon.
21. That's,
21, something like that.
that's a big jump.
Okay.
Numbers, you know.
Who painted the famous artwork The Starry Night?
Michelangelo.
Van Gogh.
Nice. Wow.
Michelangelo
wow,
is sick.
wow, wow.
Michelangelo is mad.
You might just gonna say random page. Well done, Koda. You're now leading with 7 points. Next question. What is the largest organ in the human body?
The
The
heart.
Skin.
largest
Lung.
intestine.
Nice,
Skin.
Zantana.
Oh, skin.
Yeah.
I cannot
Skin.
lie. I was gonna say something else.
Rascal.
What were you going
Yeah,
to
I
say?
can't lie. I want to ask the
this is
same
a
question.
very
innit?
What were you going
Interesting.
to say?
Just based on ratios and probability,
Mm.
I was specifically gonna say the schlong.
Yeah, that's your boy, nigga.
You know,
He got him. He got him.
Okay.
I like this
Now well
guest.
played.
Great job,
I
Santana.
don't know.
Yeah, what's my point now?
You're at a point for Z on that.
I can't lie. I was gonna do you.
You're gonna do it, yeah?
Great
I'm on
job,
7, G.
Zantana. You've reached 7 points, tying with Koda.
Z reached 7.
Here's the current scoreboard. Zantana 7 points, Koda 7 points, KC 4 points, Daps 5 points. Listen, guys, to 10 points. They're almost winning. Come on, Daps, KC.
Let's
Let's
do it.
pick it
Let's
up,
get it,
okay?
let's get
Who is the author of the Harry Potter book series?
J.K.
J.K.
Rowling.
Rowling.
Nice. KC's back.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I give you like motivational, like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
it. So
Keep
I'm
giving me
gonna-
motivation,
I'll go,
G.
I'll go,
You
I'll go,
gassing
I'll
me,
go,
bro.
I'll go.
Making me
Alright,
feel some
man,
type of
man,
way.
man.
That's a bit saucy.
Oh yeah, that's a bit man. No
But
homo,
okay.
no homo, no homo.
Yo, Z, that's your boy.
Yeah,
Nah,
too late.
it's a
You
bit-
know.
Yeah, it was a dead one.
No, no.
Which planet is known as the morning star or evening star?
Mercury.
Sun.
Is that Venus?
Bro, you've already know it's
Mooning.
not a planet. You
Moon,
have-
Oh,
moon,
Neptune.
moon.
No.
The moon.
No.
What's it called?
Saturn.
Which planet is
Saturn.
known as the morning star or evening star?
Uranus.
Jupiter.
Is it not?
Venus.
Nice.
Oh,
You just
What was
said
it?
Venus.
What is the largest bone in the human body?
Spinal cord.
Spinal bone.
Spinal cord.
No, I'd probably go femur. Or limb.
Yes, man, like Daps. Yes.
Yeah, and it's pretty close to
It's pretty close.
the second longest.
Which country is known as the land of the rising sun?
China.
Nope.
Oh, Japan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Woo,
Yeah,
Casey.
Japan.
Who painted the famous artwork, The Last Supper?
Angelo, innit?
Da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know nothing about.
I could have
art,
just gone.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Did you know?
yeah I did.
though. Okay, cool.
Who is known as the father of modern physics?
Is Einstein?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it was.
Everything's
Of course it
Einstein.
was.
see?
Everything's Einstein. What is the largest species of penguin?
Ostrich.
Oh, that's your boy.
No.
because I think
Nah.
I think I've seen it somewhere. But the ostriches are
Penguin.
like certain relative.
Penguin, snow, ice. Ostrich, way,
But they're all linked, or at
far
least
from
I
there.
thought-
Big
What
foot.
is the tallest species of tree in the world?
The coast rock.
Nope. The coast redwood. None of you were gonna get
Okay.
it. Right.
How are we gonna get it? Well, I'm not a lumberjack.
Which country has won the most FIFA World Cup titles in
Brazil.
men's-
Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Daps.
He said it first, yeah.
Daps.
7.
Who was the first president of the United States?
Abraham Lincoln.
No.
No.
No, is it not?
No.
George Washington.
Nice.
Ooh,
Daps.
oh my
Bro, I knew that as well.
Oh, God.
Oh, my
Oh,
brain.
God.
My
I
brain.
just-
It was between George Washington and Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln.
In what year did World War One start?
1914.
Casey.
What is that?
Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during World War Two?
Hitler.
No.
No.
Soviet Union.
Soviet Union.
Stalin.
Nice.
Oh my god, I had it in my head, but my brain froze.
Do you know what it is, yeah?
It's 9-9 now.
When they ask a question
Yeah.
in it, yeah, and everybody else is talking, just think.
This thing, innit?
Yeah.
Who was the first person to set foot on the moon?
Armstrong.
Isaac
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Or
I almost said-
Buzz Aldrin
Guys,
if you want to take
I
it there.
almost said Isaac Newton.
Nah, you're
mad.
You're madness.
Because gravity in it and like Isaac Newton, my brain just linked those two things together. Gravity in space.
Which scientist developed the theory of evolution by natural selection?
Darwin.
Darwin.
Which country was the first to successfully send a human-made object to the moon?
Russia.
Daps.
What do you say?
US.
Oh, US.
Of course it was.
Daps got it right.
I don't know.
Congratulations to Daps.
Have
for
you guys
reaching
seen
10
the
points.
conspiracy theories about the
moon
US
landing
not
was faked.
actually reaching the moon? Just really
I think
lying
people already
for
know
certain
though.
People,
People
Yeah.
already think they're talking about it, isn't it?
They've
If
been
you're talking about that means
raving
it's
on
up
about
there.
Area 52 for time as well.
I feel like Area 52 is like
Area
a
51,
real
innit?
thing.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
51?
51.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
Area
Yeah,
51.
sorry.
I think that's a real thing though.
Area 51.
Well,
Yeah, I think
with,
that's a real
You
thing.
think there's aliens in there?
I wouldn't say aliens, but like I feel like
They got
They've
some,
been doing some mad shit
experimental
there.
stuff that, like,
My theory is,
Yeah.
that if whatever they've found with whatever experiences they've found, like scaling the earth or whatever they've brought to this place, if they do have it, it's just a bunch of tests. Will be the same way we test like when the you know like the first person who found like a microscope and like first of all like he found the microscope, like he made the glass, he could see that he would see these little things and call them microcubes or whatever. But first, to verify that, a bunch of other scientists had to like verify his study and look at other stuff. Then we were able to find other things. So I feel like with that, they just get this thing, whatever they find, piece of metal from another world, or they found like a species or whatever, and just throw a bunch of tests at it with different elements to see how they react to different things. And then it will be the army that grabs it first. It's always the army. Then to use it as weapons.
and then they release it as a new high-tech weapon.
Yeah,
But
and then
really
if
they
it's
don't
and then
work
if
on
it's
it,
something
yeah.
that actually like this can help the public, then they'll release it to us as second.
I feel like there might be cloning inside there.
Cloning.
They might be mad, like engineering, coding.
They better clone
that's
me,
a
you
good
know.
take. I like that
I'll
take
just bring myself
because
as a photographer.
that's a good take as well,
Yeah,
because
it might
like
be.
that won't be far from like, because they can definitely
Yeah.
clone people.
Yeah.
But the one that's weird to me is have you heard of Bob Lazar?
What's that?
Bob
So,
Lazar.
yeah, Bob Lazar.
It sounds nice
What
though.
is
Can't lie to
that?
you.
Is
So Bob Lazar
That'd be a
is
restaurant.
a conspiracy theorist who is a self-proclaimed physicist that apparently worked at Area 51 and just managed to get away before he got killed, in the sense that because when you work at places like that, you're not supposed to come out and tell people what happened in there. So there's a couple of really, really good Joe Rogan episodes that you can watch where Joe Rogan is trying to like chat to this guy and see if he's like bullshitting. And he's just coming out on top every single time because his story has stayed the same for almost 30 years. And the story is I was busy minding my business, being a physicist. I built a Honda with a jet engine. Someone came and recruited me and said, hey, you're really fucking smart. Would like to introduce you to some kind of military project. And they took him somewhere. It was fucking Area 51. He gets in there and he notices like a flying saucer in the middle of one of the rooms that actually fucking exists. And only people that work there can confirm it. And there's like an alien in there. It's like a really, really small humanoid that's like exactly what you kind of see in the movies. But it's not like our size. Like it's really small. And he sees this and he's talking about it on the podcast, and his story has stayed the same forever. So they're going, humanoid? He's like, yeah, I saw that shit. So, but a lot of people are saying, okay, let's say that's even true. It's very possible that they might be doing some weird shit with people. It might not even be that it's aliens. It might just be like, fucking, they're going, let's play with this gene and that. So it might be that, which is very like unethical, or is it?
Yeah, it is
Unethical,
That's why there's definitely some unethical stuff going on there.
100%.
Yeah.
I think they're like trying to experiment. Most likely, if it's the US, they're experimenting with war technology.
Yeah.
They're experimenting with
Unethical
things
technology,
that we would go, don't do. Like fucking like a horse and a human. Like, what's that like? They're doing shit like that, but like, we're going, that's unethical. You're going, right, you can actually do that shit. You can cross a pig with a man. Shit, son, this is terrifying. You know, they're doing shit like that.
Because now you can cross animals together.
You can, and they've been they've like genetically like engineered like human ears onto like a rat's back. Like it's crazy. If they can do that, and the only reason that stops other people is because the limitations of like, first you need like a human to test with, and then you then just need to hide the body if you do all that kind of stuff, and that's a long thing. But who best to do it?
See,
Government.
Who would investigate the government?
No.
Especially if I bet you they just pick like crackheads off the street. People who have like no families.
Those are the people that always come back and go, I went missing for a couple of days. You know, I think it is, like on a real thing, I think that like at the very core, the government is doing some shit that we will never find out, and by the time we find out, it will be too late.
Too late.
We're gonna be like, they ass fucked us.
Fact.
Protest, you know what I mean?
That's how they say, oh,
that
guys,
point,
by the way, there's a new
gonna be-
virus, but it was
it's gonna
them
be
the whole time. Like,
too
Yeah, but like-
created some
fam.
lab.
Like the question is
Virus is a
though,
distraction. They definitely
like,
do that.
do you guys believe in like there's aliens out there though?
I've
Like
question.
not the
If
movie aliens,
alien-
but
if
like
we're basing
any creature, innit?
I think alien, if we're basing of other living things in
Yeah.
the other, 100%. We would be so stupid to think that in this vast
That's very
solar
selfish
system,
to think. Man.
what,
Very
just
self-centered.
our small
Out
planet.
of all this universe
Mad.
that is still ever expanding, and like there's things that we can't even.
But like,
observe.
how
There's
come
observable and unobservable.
how come they keep coming saying, oh, there's nothing?
Yeah,
Because
because
they haven't found it yet, so you can't
think-
specifically just say it's there.
No, but like
It's-
they literally studied more than 300 planets, like
And then
properly,
imagine further, though.
but they still say like,
I think it's that like aliens in the form that we understand them.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
things in life is perspective.
Maybe
and,
we
like,
can't see them yet.
Yeah,
We don't have the
exactly.
device to even see
Or
them
we don't
yet.
understand what we're looking at.
Think
right?
about it, yeah.
That we don't understand what we're looking at, because also if you think about what an alien would be, if we become an alien species in the future, the way that would happen for us is that we're gonna like interconnect with technology like we currently are as a cyborg. So everybody in this room is currently a cyborg from the Terminator movies, in the sense that you can't not have your phone. This is a computer that you hold in your hand that you need, and you can't live without. If I take your phones off you right now, you man are gonna go crazy in it.
Can't get
Wait till
I'm gonna bang you up.
wait till 15 years from now when you don't need this, and the
It's
next
in your
thing.
head.
Oh, Neuralink.
That's what I've been saying.
Right
Brother,
now,
you're
when
not
that,
catching me,
but
though,
when
you're not
that,
catching
but
me
when
with
that happen, but we're gonna
You say
catch you.
that
I'll tell
now,
you what.
but we
No,
can't
let me tell you
know.
how we're gonna catch you with that. Right?
I'm a Christian man that already knows about this.
Say less. When COVID happened and they said that you couldn't go to work unless you had to do one or two things or have the vaccine, or you can't travel, what did you do?
Not take the vaccine, G.
That's probably why you haven't been traveling, except for when you went to Spain. But that's not a
Yeah.
real place.
Yeah.
My dad was one of those guys, that used to phone me and was like,
You gotta get this thing. Yeah.
son, please, whatever you do, don't take
Okay,
it, G.
let me give you a scenario.
This is a
yeah?
devil. This is a devil.
let me give you a big scenario, yeah? Okay, you know you can't travel to the US unless you've had a vaccine, right? The biggest opportunity of your life is knocking on the door. Drake wants to work with you. Yo, KC, you kind of look like me, and I wanna mentor you. I want you to come to Canada, and I'm gonna work with you. And on the line, I'm gonna give you $20 million
damn.
just for you to work on your career for the next 5 years.
Yo, Drake, I appreciate the outreach, the message.
Come on, bro.
Ah,
Stop
coughing.
capping. Stop capping, bro.
Just to
Look,
let you know,
Let me just, you man, yeah? You better not hope that this is the guy that makes it, because this guy is
And he
not
just
ready.
did
I
it.
didn't finish, fam. Let me
Okay,
finish
yeah,
my
alright,
message.
okay, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go. Sorry.
I'm a big fan. I'll support your music for years. I'm probably your biggest fan. Did you say £20 million, fam?
Did I stutter?
Yeah. Yo, how do I get to the US?
Let's
G?
go.
How do I get to the US?
You're gonna get fucking injected with COVID vaccines. That's what's gonna happen, bro. This is what I'm
You
trying to
could
say, bro.
flush me, fam.
It's like
I
it's
just
like
want
it's
the
like
20 mil.
when it comes to the point where you can't work a job until you've been put like a thing in your head, bro. You don't want to be homeless. You're gonna
Because
get
you'll be
it, fam.
considered less able than other people.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay. So now, past that point, if you look at what an alien is going to look like in the future, even from like a human standpoint, in like 3, 4, 500 years, 1,000 years from now, it's going to be us interfacing with technology. It's going to be us having like fucking things on our body. So like the human form is going to reduce and the machine form is going to increase.
Yeah.
And then when we start sending things out into outer space, we're not going to send fucking Casey to space to Mars. We're just going to send a computer that's going to do the job for us.
Yeah.
We're already building like AI technology is already a thing. Robots are already a thing. I'm not going to risk my fucking life to go to Jupiter. I'm going to make a thing.
Yeah, we'll go
What's in
there.
Mars right
Let's
now?
watch it.
No humans are in Mars right now.
Rover.
Thank you. So our version of what an alien is probably technology that's already out there. So if aliens were to come to Earth, it's not going to be fucking them. They're going to send something that's going to come here and scan us.
Yeah.
It's very likely, though. It's entirely possible that that thing is already here, scanning what we just
Yeah,
can't
seeing
see
that,
it.
so we just can't. It's
Yeah.
way bigger.
It's a
than
version
us.
of technology that we don't understand.
Do you know what I think as well? That if we ever do find living creatures or living things in space, those beings, whatever you want to call them, they're gonna have senses that we don't have.
Brother.
So
Yeah.
like sight,
And then that's a
sight,
whole
taste, and listening, and
Bruh.
you know that's us as humans. That's our 5 senses
Bruh.
and stuff, right?
It's going to be
They're gonna
so
have some senses that we're not gonna be able to comprehend
Yeah.
because it's just not.
so
And
it's,
what
it'll be
DNA.
so advanced. We're just there like, what?
Yeah, but like, how do you know they're gonna be so advanced though?
Because like for them to be able to transverse space and time, we're talking about like the speed of light here.
So
G.
are we
How
talking
you-
about them coming here?
Well, it depends. What's your exact question? I want to know exactly what you're asking.
It
so I
depends
can
where we
answer.
find them.
Yeah,
So you're talking about like
That's the
aliens,
question.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good one still. I think that like in order for us to even like identify anything that's like completely alien, it needs to be something that's way more advanced than our culture, our civilization. And
Have
the
you
best
heard of the Great Filter?
you get great what?
The Great Filter.
What's that?
So there's this theory that if there is advanced life, it would have had to pass a certain great filter to continue. Because if you look at past civilizations that have rose and fall, they've all faced the great filter.
That's interesting.
And it's like a species has to come to the great filter, and if it gets past it, that's when it becomes a stage 2 or a stage.
Oh,
three
yeah, I've heard about that,
civilization.
Almost like a
Yeah,
a
stage
restart.
1, stage
So-
2, stage 3. Obviously, it's all like theoretical, like using Dyson spheres
That-
to use energy from the stars to transverse like light speed and all of that. You
That
have
is
to get
so
to
true.
a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 civilization. At this point, we're considered, I think, like a 0.3.
We're not even close.
0.3, 0.2
We're not even close.
civilization.
Yeah.
Like, we're that low on the scale.
Bruh,
and
it's
there's a
not even
theory
close.
that if there is advanced life out there, we might not be past the filter yet.
You know what's interesting
So
is,
we
is,
might
is
be
it
before
in
it.
that scientist? What's his name? Is it Michio Kaku? Is that the guy? The Japanese,
I'm
the
not
Japanese
even
American
sure what
guy.
the name was.
Okay, you guys need to look into this one because this guy is brilliant, and he's actually explaining that theory really well. In that, like the 5 stages of civilization, and I think even stage 1, we're not even close to stage 1. And stage 1 is like a civilization that can manipulate like fucking the elements, like rain and
Like it uses its
they can
planet's
use their
resources
like
to
imagine
maximum
humans are
efficiency.
able to like just make it rain.
We can't. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, no, but we're getting to
We're
similar.
getting to that level, but I'm talking
imagine
about
every element,
like
every
Superman,
element
like
in this planet.
like that shit starts fucking happening.
The theory about the Tartarians. The Tartarians was a civilization thousands of years ago. I think it was like part of the Persian Empire, a little bit of the Asian, a little bit European. These guys, so there's buildings and churches in Romania and different countries like that where like the build of the church, there's certain things like, I forgot what those things are called on the outside of the church. They're like creatures that they build.
Gargoyles.
The gargoyles,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, gargoyles.
Those are things that like kept bad spirits away, things like that.
Yeah.
And the Tartarians were actually like an advanced civilization, advanced as in technology wise. They built like these buildings. Basically, they've just been there, but the government have tried to delete the Tartarians from history. This is why we don't learn about them.
Okay, but if that's the theory, then why? What's the reason? Why would they want to hide that if they were fighting off bad spirits? Why are they trying to do
No, they weren't just fighting off bad spirits. That's just like something that they built
they
apparently.
that they believed
Yeah,
for
and
that?
these
Okay.
like because apparently they had actually figured out how to use. There's these like 2 things. You know the cross on top of the church, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, the Tartarians have figured out how to manipulate nuclear power. So they used the church
That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny.
No, you're not funny in the sense that like what you're talking about is
Like,
what you're talking about is So we're laughing with you at the fact that they figured out nuclear power.
No, but they
this is fucking
apparently
interesting.
found like how to use that cross for electricity, and apparently like every time there was storms, they would collect electricity, things like that.
That's why, like
And-
on the pyramids as well, there's a certain thing that claims it's like a beacon, like at the top. It used to be like with a bit of gold, and it used to conduct energy.
But okay, so then
Because-
my theory is that with that, right? Okay, like I get lost history. The war happens, they take over, they colonize, and things get destroyed in the process, right?
Yeah.
But my thing is, why would I feel like it naturally happened rather than someone hiding and deleting it, because it makes no sense if in the past there was a way to generate electricity easier than it is now. Why would you want
It's not
do
like
that?
delete, but it's almost like there's also
You can't argue with that with capitalism, though. They just want to get money.
there's
Yeah,
do
but
more
wouldn't you
energy.
release that as your product?
there's also a
It wouldn't
theory,
came
right?
out.
There's
Nah,
also
but if
Yeah.
you release that technology to everyone, don't you think even like minute individuals would be able to like utilize it? And then it's like, you know, that guy who made the water engine, cars that are powered by water engines, and it said that someone came to buy it off him, and then when he refused, they, what do you call it, killed him off.
it's almost like there's another theory that connects to it, saying that every so often, like every thousands of years, there's something that happens called the mud flood, which it's almost like a great reset. Like civilizations would just be wiped off the map. And it's almost like, if that were to be true, how much of our history has actually just been fabricated to make it fit? As in, like, the Greeks created the alphabet and the numbers and stuff. Maybe that was just fabricated. And like,
But it gets sticky in that way, right? So I was watching this thing on Netflix, right? It was shout out Netflix. It was this thing on Cleopatra, right? And like basically like the history behind her and her life as she was reigning, right? Bro, the Egyptians were on a madness, right?
Yeah, dynastic
The,
Egyptians were on it.
The
mad thing.
Egyptians were on a madness, right? So Cleopatra, first of all, in ancient Egypt, in around that time, right, there had to be like a king and a queen, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, like if the man wasn't like, let's say like the boy king
Pharaoh.
was the pharaoh, yeah. If he wasn't married at the time, he'd have to marry his sister, and like that was like So Cleopatra married her younger brother when her dad died, right?
and apparently she was a Langton as well.
Oh yeah, apparently she was
The-
always
the
had
man them
nice
was
light
so-
skin, nice melanin thing.
And like
there's been
people
a lot
fighting
of
wars for them and
there's
stuff.
been a lot of like people like arguing about like her race, because basically her people had came from a different place, and they ruled ancient Egypt for like quite a while now, and they were dark toned. So like Egypt around this time had like a many mix of people. Like there's a lot of like black dark skinned people, light skins, and more towards the white Iran side that you see now. Yeah. So basically, she married her younger brother, and basically her goal was like basically to get power.
But they're mashing like.
Huh? No, they didn't mash. I thought that as well, but nah, they didn't.
They didn't mash at all.
That would be
They didn't
imagine.
have any kids.
But
nothing, did they?
Cleopatra.
Well, madder than like marrying your younger brother.
But whoa! I would never do
No,
something
not
like
you,
that.
not you. Like you're saying, it would be a mad thing if they mashed.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
madder than
like-
I said madder than the idea of marrying.
Yeah,
your
yeah,
younger
yeah.
brother.
Marrying
That's-
them
it's not any
clash.
madder. It's just
Nah,
You
Nah,
got a
nah,
question
mashing
if
is
they
worse.
had any
Mashing
kids.
Mashing is worse.
Mashing
Mashing
is
is
worse
worse.
still.
Yeah, yeah.
Mashing is worse.
Yeah, I'm not saying that personally I would. I'm just saying that like it's all fucked up. Innit?
True.
I could
It's
never
all
show my
fucked up
face
already.
again.
It's like if I was living back there, I'm like, I gotta do what, sorry?
I go, what?
No, chance.
Nah.
Carry on, sir.
Yeah, so basically she did mash, not her sibling, but she mashed towards power, to gain power.
Of course.
So she'd like mash like these very like high powered men, and then like secure power that
She
way.
fucked up.
So she was a pharaoh. At first she fucked up. Basically, Rome was having a fight. Caesar and someone else was having a fight. Julius Caesar and someone else was having a fight. And basically, they brought the fight to Egypt. Egypt basically was under debt to Rome. So they basically had to like help out. So they were helping with Cleopatra was sending. Cleopatra fell in love with the guy that was one of the cousins of the guy, and then he had died, and then Julius Caesar came. So he was the ultimate ruler of Rome. So did you know they invented democracy? Yeah. So they invented democracy.
Rome.
Yeah, Rome.
I thought that was Greece.
Yeah, like, the whole idea of like a egalitarian community,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
voting and like hearing each other out and stuff.
Yeah. So he was like the people's person, and like also the first person to claim as a dictator, to become a dictator. So he came and he was giving land to all of the brothers and everything. And it was basically to wrap this up. Basically, what I was saying is that in the mad times and then times, brothers were killing brothers. People were doing this with this.
No,
Would you like to be in that situation if you were reborn as and you could
As a
choose your character?
like what
Would you
civilization
want
you'd
to
be
be
in?
What great character?
I
What
would-
great character from history would you choose to be?
I wouldn't want to be a great character, but I
What
would
time?
want to be upper class Egyptian guy.
Upper class Egyptian.
You know, yeah.
When they had all the harems and that. You know what a harem is?
No.
Do you know what a harem
Harem,
is?
yeah.
Harem.
Harem.
What's that, bro?
Do you know what it is?
What? Okay, yeah. What is it?
I got two meanings for the word harem.
Okay, let's give us one of the meanings.
So one of them's more of a erotic meaning, like a harem of women, innit?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So like in those times, like you'd have like bare like women in the room and that, and then like have you ever watched
They'd
those
all
Egyptian
want
movies?
you.
Yeah.
And then they have like the nice like see-through cloth and that. and then
Okay,
it's
well,
bare and
yeah.
it's about and that.
That's an alright thing.
Yeah, I didn't say. I'm just saying that's
That's
an alright,
That's
right?
a little.
No, you know
So
more than
that-
alright.
Why would you choose that? Why is that your?
Do you know
option?
why? Because going back to theories, there's a theory that the Egyptians, you know, the pyramids that they built. So there's a lot of like archaeologists that say the chambers inside the supposed like pyramid or whatever, the shafts that were built were actually not big enough to host like Egyptian kings in their coffins and things like that. And it's like you can't walk into them and stuff. So supposedly there's a theory that Egyptians somehow managed to figure out how to make these like pyramids like basically power plants. Like the type of rock they use to build these pyramids. How did they build the pyramids so quickly?
How do
like-
you know it was quickly though? That's how. Where's
Because
the
they give you
identified
like
time?
what was
time
the
frame?
estimated time frame for the how long the pyramids were built.
Oh.
But with the technology that they had in those times that we know of, there's no way they
could've
could have
pulled
built
it
it that quickly.
So the only pushback that I have to that is that I think archaeologists are now coming out and saying that the Egyptians that we know, the ancient Egyptians, the dynastic Egyptians, did not build the pyramids.
Yeah.
Because
think?
that would put the pyramids to around 4,000 to 6,000 years ago, and which is the period around which the dynastic Egyptians lived in. Based on sort of like, you know, carbon dating and all the stuff that scientists do to sort of find out how old, you know, stones are and like the corrosion and erosion that has happened over a period of time. They're finding that it's entirely possible that those pyramids were built maybe around 15 to 16,000 years ago, and based on your mud theory, your mud flood theory, there would have been a great flood that happened around 12,800 years ago, which is called the Younger Dryas impact. And this is off the back of the last ice age. And what's possible to have happened is that, like you likely said, or rightly said, this reset that happens every so often resets civilization in the sense that when that flood happens and everything dies off, they estimate that maybe about 97% of the people that lived on Earth at that time died, which obviously would have caused a big reset. Because imagine if a big flood happens today and we all die, all our technology is gone. How do you explain the concept of Wi-Fi to somebody 5 years from now? A thing in the air, intangible. What are you talking about? You have to recreate everything that we've ever known, and all of our technology is in where? It's in phones, it's in like information. So their technology obviously died with them. So the people that actually built the pyramids are not the dynastic Egyptians that we know today from 4,000 years ago. These people that lived way before them that died off. The only thing that ties the Egyptians to the pyramids is that the people that then grew up in Egypt or that moved to Egypt and the pyramids were there were the people that maintained it. So when you said that there was nowhere to fit a person in the pyramids and they had to build a chamber, well, they had to, because they didn't build initially. They had to figure out a way to make it about them. We're going to bury our kings in here. We're going to put them in there.
But
That's what it is.
supposedly they're not like actual like. That's not where they keep the bodies. Like apparently there's a theory that they managed to use these pyramids and create power.
Yeah. I haven't
That's-
seen the power that they have created it with, but that's a good point because even I myself, in what I'm saying, my sort of like idea that sort of like I've learned from scientists, I don't fucking know. They don't fucking know either. Nobody fucking knows,
no one
right?
knows.
But what you're thinking is that the technology to build the pyramid 4,000 years ago, because the people that lived 4,000 years ago, we have records of them. We know that they existed, right? The likes of the Cleopatras, everybody that lived around that period, we have some kind of recollection of like who they are. They don't fucking have that technology, bro. They don't. Because if they did, we would have it as well. Because it's in our time period. It happened after 12,800 years ago. So we would definitely have it. It won't be buried in the ground. And if it is, that's why they're doing a lot of excavations and trying to find out what's underground. Because we would find that technology and go, this is how you done it.
Yeah.
We can't find it because it got wiped out.
Yeah.
So the Egyptians that we're talking about were just so happy. Imagine if the pyramids were in Newcastle, right? And then the people before us died off. And then me and you were just, all of us were just chilling and there's a fucking, we're going to maintain it. We're going to try and make it our own. We're going to fucking, it's our thing, innit?
Yeah.
That's all that was. Is the pyramids just so happened. And it's also a thing where the pyramids was all over the world.
True,
And
true.
When scientists go look into this, when scientists are actually trying to look at the rock matter or whatever, trying to understand, like the life or the landmark around those stones, they're dating back to time ago, too long ago.
Mad.
Yeah.
Mad. So
Too long
now
ago.
you wonder what were they doing and what was it?
Yeah,
for?
and what was it for? And like what sort of technology? And like also, they find like this little like vases, like that we call them vases, but maybe they weren't. Like we're just
exactly.
looking at device. Like if you see a phone, like I don't know, you've never seen a phone in your
artifact.
life. Show this phone to Michelangelo, right? Let's say Michelangelo came to today and you go, phone. He'll be like, what? He might look at this as something he could eat off of. I don't know. Like they
Yeah,
eat off
he
of
just
rocks back then.
wouldn't
I don't
know
fucking know.
what
Do
it
you
is.
know what I mean? This might be something that he can actually kill someone with. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, no, you can see someone fucking 5,000 miles across the pond. What?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
So that's
crazy.
I think that's what's more likely to happen. And then obviously when the Egyptians became maintenance men and women, sorry to the dynastic Egyptians, but that's pretty much what they became. They became like literally cleaners.
Egyptians, I wouldn't take that.
Yeah, I was about to say, yo.
That's a mad
Come
thing,
for me in the
fam.
comment
Yo.
section. Fam. Come for me. And there's a nice
Some
documentary.
engagement.
There's a nice documentary about this on Netflix as well. There's a great guy that I can't remember his name now, but he's been doing a great job. Just not debunking what we know, but just trying to understand, like just trying to find the truth. The truth is what's important. It's not necessarily, see, when someone is married to an idea that this is definitely what happened, it becomes a religion.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a good thing. You always have to have a way to poke holes even in your ideas and your theories for it to not be a religion or an idea that causes an issue. No matter what I say, I always try and go, please find a fucking hole in what I'm saying, because I know I'm not entirely correct. Even with what I'm saying right now, there has to be someone out there that thinks, have you thought about this? How about this
Questions
angle? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, do you guys want to hear one last theory?
Let's go, bro.
That
Yes.
You're on fire right now.
okay,
Jay.
yo, this is what
He's the
He's
I
fucking-
now know who's
He's instigating the convos, isn't it?
this.
Nerd.
I'm gonna call this the streets coldest theory.
Okay.
So we're carrying on from last episode's fourth dimension, or what's it?
Fourth perspective.
Fourth perspective.
Yeah, fourth perspective.
And it's almost like very hard to understand, very hard to explain, but once you do understand the concept, there's so many questions that you have to ask yourself. So how do we start this one? Right.
Okay. Are you gonna try?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
we'll
I'm
see,
gonna
yeah.
try and explain to you guys as well, because it's kind of like difficult. I'm gonna use Daps
Yeah, let him
as
cook,
a
As an
like
example.
the person.
Yeah, let's go, bro.
So the first perspective is me,
Hmm.
I, those type of pronouns we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just about the single person.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second perspective
Mm-hmm.
is me and you,
Yeah.
as in us, as in those type of pronouns,
Mhm.
as in we.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the third perspective is them.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, them,
Mm-hmm.
they, and like now we could talk about we as in a group type of perspective.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say the fourth perspective is? We've got a rough answer, but we've been debating about this.
I said this on the last pod. God mode.
God mode.
Yeah. Some
Expand a little bit.
being is if I am a person and then I'm having a conversation with you,
Mm.
and then so it's just intimate between us. But then the third perspective is where people now are now watching us.
Yeah, us
They
watching.
can see us in in the 3 dimension or whatever you want to call it, third perspective.
Imagine,
It has to be something that you and I or we can't see
yeah.
or we can't feel.
That's what we had came to as well.
So what I came to, my conclusion was, and you guys can have a go at this as well, is imagine being in a box. Like there's a box, and there's like, obviously there's a table, whatever. And it's almost like if the God was like a little girl playing with dolls inside of the box, that's what we would be. We would be the people in the box. So there's something there. Or the fourth perspective would be what you create. I don't quite know how to explain it to
Your
you guys.
ideas.
Yeah, what you mean? What you create?
So
let me. You go.
Okay, so when we were talking about perspectives, because this is how it changed, because I think it changed from perspective
To dimension.
to dimensions, right? Because not even dimension, whatever the word is, but this is how we explain it. I've got it now, right? So you just triggered it with that last one, right? So at the end, say what you said again.
We also came to the conclusion that creation
It's what you create.
is what
Boom.
you create. Yeah.
Boom, 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 right? So this is the example. We were walking, right? And like you said, when I'm speaking to you, I create my perspective, right? So my perspective to when I'm seeing him right now. So look at Ahmed, right? So like, looking at Koda, he's chill, his mouth is cool. I can think to myself that Koda looks a bit pissed, right? Because I can say he looks a bit sad, right? You might be getting it something else, but the perspective that I'd painted from him is what I had first painted, right? You have your own perspective for how you came into that, right? But then the dimensions and the perspective is where we had came together, and that was where the confusion
the
was.
block was.
Yeah, the block was.
Yeah.
Because Daps was right in saying the person there, it would be the God, because it's like whatever is written is written, and then they can see what has happened and what is already to happen, right? So that one is whatever that word is, the God complex, God mode, that one. But then there's the perspective of it is what you create. Like if I like look over there and then I look at you and like this, right, and I'm like, okay, like it looks really dirty there, then I just keep focusing, and now I'm like, oh, because I feel really dirty, right? And now he's looked and he thinks, oh, no, it's kind of dirty now.
Yeah.
I've painted it by then telling everyone and pushing the perspective, but that's how
where
it
the confusion was.
Yeah.
If there was a big picture on the wall, and there's someone looking at the picture, say from the outside, it's almost like the fourth perspective is the person on the outside looking at the picture, but you are in the picture. Do you know what I mean?
So wouldn't that still technically be in a Zoid's God mode?
Yeah.
Really?
That's where we.
And so
got
then is the
confusion
God
out.
mode? Is the God mode the conscious?
It's something beyond
Think about
us.
Isn't it the conscious then? Like the actual conscious mind. Think about the thing in your brain right now, and our bodies are just the vessel. But
Yeah.
the actual conscious is the one that
Exactly.
says, this is what we want to do today
Yeah, but like,
because of this.
where did the conscious come from, though?
Yeah, and the conscious then has
But
someone
what's
else that looks at
perceiving the conscious? Yeah, so
Exactly.
eventually it does just...
Yeah,
So
eventually
everything-
it does go, but how
everything-
many layers?
So
Yeah.
we're going to infinity things that depends on one another.
Yeah, and another one.
Yeah, that's a good theory. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
One that, like, sort of like circling back to when you're talking about sort of like ideas, you know, like the like human beings having ideas. One that I've heard, I'm gonna definitely butcher this. So guys on the internet, you know, in the comment section
Roast him.
below,
Roast
roast man.
Roast them for the Egypt
Yeah.
thing though. That was
Yeah,
mad.
yeah.
that was
So-
But one thing that I've heard, human beings are the sex organs, which means that
Oh, I get it.
do we have our own ideas, or do ideas
Does an
exist
idea come to you?
and then we just implement the idea in the first place? So the idea for making the phone, does it just exist in the stratosphere? And so a human being is basically just a
vessel.
worker. Thank you. Because you can definitely look at it and say, well, you could look at it like,
But I can say like the idea of me creating phone came from me thinking, oh, I wish I could
where did that
contact
come from?
this guy
But-
from this place.
Okay.
So an
Wait,
idea
but-
comes to you.
So
That's why
idea
you say,
comes.
oh,
no.
let the
I'm saying
ideas
no.
come to you,
No.
bro.
I'm saying idea comes from experience
Okay.
instead of like.
I think.
something else.
but where does
Let-
that experience come from?
Let me put
From
it
our
into.
living,
Let me put it into.
from our day-to-day life.
So
innit?
we're like
What?
So technically it is.
Papa is dying. Right.
Is it something like?
Right, let me let Koda run
Is
on
it
this
something
because-
like to hang on to your experiencing? Is something like if we fail at something, like as the human race, we fail at something and we want to fix that problem, evolutionary. Say like, and the humans thought like I need a way to amplify my voice. They invented the microphone.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
From as in
So
like
how does it become a sex organ? Is my confusion.
No. So that I guess
it's
is
like
just
a metaphor for it.
It's a metaphor
okay.
because in the sense that think about it this way, right? So ideas, humans. One could argue, and I think most people would argue that humans have the ideas.
We're sex organs for life.
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
We're sex organs for life. That doesn't make sense.
That's your boy.
That doesn't make sense, though, doesn't it? Think about it. Life, the essence of life.
Damn.
You have sex with someone and you create a baby. So technically, you're the sex organ of life.
Yeah.
Because if there was no humans, no animals, like creatures are sex organs of life.
So yeah, and the reason why that's interesting is because if you look at humans' ideas, everybody has this idea that we have the ideas. I thought this up. I came up with this. That's all right. I think everybody pretty much agrees with that. So a lot of people don't want to play devil's advocate on or agree with or look into is the idea that the ideas were already there. They needed someone to execute them.
Facts. I agree.
But what would that mean?
But I agree, and then it depends on each execution of everyone else. It's like someone thought I want to amplify my voice.
Yes.
And it was already an idea that was there, but it was the person to say I want to make a microphone.
Thank you.
Yes, I get you.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I get you.
So
the ideas are always there.
So then I said to my friend,
how it's executed.
So I'm having this deep conversation with my friend, and she's a deep thinker, similar to myself. So I said, so how many ideas do you just think that are there that we just haven't gravitated to? So like our next $1 million idea is just hanging about waiting for the next smarter Elon Musk to grab onto it. Because like the same ideas that Elon tapped into, he just grabbed it and ran with it. Yeah. You could have done it, but you're just not tapped in. We're not tapped in. We're on a different wavelength. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I kind of see what you're going like.
You know what I'm
saying?
It's like it doesn't even make it.
Ideas.
Yeah, it doesn't even make a difference that like you're smart or you're not smart. The ideas are there.
Yeah.
It's just at the right time they get tapped into by the right person who's thinking in that direction.
Yeah.
So like,
so the idea that nobody can be
the idea, you could say.
Say again.
Who is most suited to the idea? If you
Exactly.
look at it, think about it. Like,
So is it like,
Einstein or like someone with a photographic memory would be able to execute a certain idea better than someone else.
Yeah.
So the idea will probably choose it as its funnel.
Yeah.
100%.
wow, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, the idea will choose it. Bruh.
Wow.
That's why you say you got certain gifts.
Oh!
That's why
That was for last.
he played you dirty.
That was actually
He played you dirty, bro.
Nah, big ups though.
That's mad.
Tell him don't waste my time.
That's
No.
mad.
Tell him don't waste my
Such a
time.
slow reaction.
Never get caught lacking on the We Chat Was pod. Whether you're an audience member or you're actually on this actual podcast, don't get caught lacking.
Ahmed,
fam.
go
So
home, bro.
yo, like the idea would be like something to drink out of, and then the guy would just invent the cup. It's like
Exactly.
Yeah.
I kind of get
It's
that.
like this is so long out to because think about how many cave people would have been like, it's so long to drink out of my hand. I wish there was something easier, but they
Oh,
didn't do
the
anything.
water leaks from
And then
below.
s-
And then they chose to put leaves under, and then eventually they figured out if you wrap a certain like substance as a bowl or in this shape,
drinking
you
from
put
goes.
the thing into there.
Yeah, and it's only the people that executed it. There would have been the lazy chimps. There would have been the lazy Neanderthals. They would have been the ones that just let's just do it like this because that's how.
They're
my
like,
mom
this
told
is
me.
long, fam.
And the ones that advance is the ones that decided to
100. And this is why I wanted to, I said to my friend, and I'm saying this to all my close relatives and people that I love and care about, is that, so what is that crazy idea that you're going to go into your week with, and then try and do something, like as we all leave from here, like, some of us are in uni doing big things, studying great courses, some of us work jobs, amazing jobs. But there's a crazy idea that's waiting for human to tap into, waiting for me to tap into. So why don't we spend this week just creatively having fun and just trying to think up crazy ideas? Pamphor, I know you're big into AI technology. I see you as like that black guy that's in AI. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot though. I mean, I can't apart from Elon Musk, because and maybe cool that your thing is filming and all that. Your thing is music. Your psychology, right? I see you're just deep.
I'm more interested in philosophy though.
Philosophy. Sorry, my bad.
No, so I do psychology, but I do
Psychology.
both. I do
Philosophy.
both. But like, I feel like there's a lot of answers we can answer we haven't actually got it. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be asking those questions.
Yeah,
that-
bro.
Yeah,
The
it's
next
like,
Plato.
one day I was at the beach, and then
Let's go.
it's like I was
Yes.
chilling. You know, I was walking for like, cause like the ocean was there. I was walking and I was just like that, taking it in. Cause I always go to the beach to refresh myself. And then I deep test like, I was like, how big is the ocean? How big is the sky? How big is this earth? Wait, when you compare us to this, the universe, we like this. But like the way we stress about life, we were like, oh, I will have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this.
Yeah.
You know, like everything came up to me. I was like, yo, we were here to just live life.
Yeah, man.
But like some way the system got corrupted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yo, what's living life to you? What does it mean?
Live a life. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Live a life. I am a Christian. I believe God put us here. No Big Bang, no sin, creation. Boom. So I believe that we were created. We were part of God's creation. Some people say, oh, God created us to worship Him. If He wanted to worship, He wouldn't give us free will. Because free will means you choosing not to worship Him or to worship Him. Innit?
For sure.
So if He wanted us just to worship Him, He would have just created like a robot, innit?
Yeah.
So I was like, my answer is to life, to creation. God, we are part of God's creation. We are here because we are created. And He blessed us with this planet, with the things. He provided us with everything we need to live. So why don't we just enjoy it?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I came out with.
Bruh,
Like, at the
hold
beach.
on.
That is a brother.
Hold on.
That's my boy.
This
Yeah,
guy said-
but
this
like,
guy
that
said
is the
if he
best
wanted
way
us
to look at
Because
life.
some people say that God created us to worship Him, but if that was the case, He would have created robots. What a
Yeah.
fucking bar! That is true because He gave us free will, so we can do what we want. Might as well enjoy
And
it.
there's a comparison you can
Might as
make
well
that
enjoy it.
humans and angels. Angels don't have free will.
They do.
So
they
why
do.
weren't we just angels?
Angels
bro?
have
I
free
don't-
will.
I don't-
Angels.
Yeah,
Yo. Angels have free will.
No.
Lucifer was an angel. He had free will to go against God or to just to be
Oh,
with.
that
I
is
am
very
talking about
true.
it from my perspective to a certain way.
No,
'Cause
that is
obviously
very-
As like a Muslim man, it's like
Okay, yeah.
yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
angels
So-
don't
so
have
where
free
does-
will,
Okay.
but like you were given free will. So there is something to say about. You could apply it to most religions, just to be, and even like with Buddhism, no attachment, just be.
Just be.
Literally,
just
it's
be,
a
yeah.
common
Exist.
theme. Just exist,
Yeah.
be there. That's it. That's the point.
Yeah, but
to
like
be
you know,
there.
one thing I like Buddhism. I like the discipline. They're so disciplined. I like the religion by itself. It's so peaceful, promotes peace, isn't it? But one thing I don't agree with, they say no attachment. But like Buddhism, why do Buddhism do? They meditate. They think. They do the teach and learn to go where to achieve what? Enlightenment.
Yeah.
So like if you say don't attach to yourself to anything, and they're attaching themselves to enlightenment though.
Yeah.
Because if they're doing everything to get there, that means you're attached to it. That means you really want it.
That's,
I
that's a
think
very
it's,
good,
it's the attachment to worldly things. I think, but that's definitely one I feel like we can dive into.
Oh, bro, next pod.
into
next
podcast.
pod, yeah.
It's been a bit madness.
next
I hope you guys have enjoyed that one. That was a
Yo.
bit of a vibey
Conspiracy
one.
theories
Conspiracy
for you.
theories. Casey has been on top of the game.
You know my thing.
Conspiracy
You know my
theories.
thing.
Don't
But yeah.
don't forget, guys, to have crazy ideas. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid.
Yeah.
You're smart enough. You're good enough.
Yes, you
just
are.
go be great.
Go
fam.
explore those ideas that have been untapped. And
Yeah, live
you got
Yansh
this.
and just think.
Go be the vessels for the world.
Facts.
Yo,
Take care.
enjoy your
See
life.
you later.
And don't
Bye.
be an AI.
The street's coldest. Nothing but the coldest.